Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this short video I'm going to show you a couple of methods I use to move on seedlings into larger pots. The first method is to transplant the seedling by removing it from the soil. This is best done if transplanting from a seed or a cell tray. The first step is to grab your pots, making sure they're large enough for the seedlings you're transplanting. Fill them up with compost or a potting mix. Place the pots in a tray and pour in some water. Let the pots sit in this for around 10 minutes so the compost soaks up as much water as it can. This will ensure the seedlings have the best possible start in their new home. It will also make transplanting a little easier as the compost holds its shape together a bit better. Grab a second tray, which you're going to use to separate and clean out each seedling. If you're transplanting from a cell tray, like this, remove one of the cells and place it in the tray. If you're removing seedlings from a seed tray, use a large spoon to scoop out the seedling, being careful not to damage its roots. The rest of the process is the same. Separate the seedlings if there's more than one of them in the cell, and gently squeeze and break apart the soil clumps so you're left with just the roots. Take your time with this and be gentle. Once you've just got the seedling and the roots left, make a hole in the new pot with a stick or a dibber, and lower the seedling into the hole so the roots are completely covered. Gently press the compost back around the stem to give it some support. And then do the same for all the seedlings you have. If you've got more seedlings than you need, pick the ones with the most roots and the strongest looking leaves. So that's method 1. It can be a little messy and you need to be careful not to damage the seedlings. But the seedlings have access to the nutrients in the compost right away, and you get some of your sowing mix back to reuse again later. The second method is best applied when you're transplanting from one pot into another. For each of your seedlings in a pot, grab a pot which is large enough to house the smaller pot, plus plenty of space for the roots to grow into. Fill the bottom of the larger pot with compost or a potting mix, so the top of the smaller pot, when placed inside, is level with the rim of the larger pot, like so. Then, and this is the fun part, fill the outside of the larger pot with more compost or potting mix. Gently firm it down as you go to get rid of any air holes, and keep going until the larger pot is full. Take the smaller pot out, leaving the shape of the smaller left in the larger pot. Remove the seedling from its pot by tipping it over, and drop the whole thing into the hole. It should fit perfectly and it's very satisfying. Firm this down and top up with a little extra compost if needed. Once you've done the same for all of your seedlings, you can water this in the traditional way, or in a tray like in the first method. The benefit to this method is that you don't damage or disturb any of the roots, but it does take longer for the plant to access the nutrients in the new compost. You can actually use the same method for transplanting from a pot into the ground. Dig a hole, put in the pot, fill the sides and firm it down, add some water to keep it all in place, remove the pot and place the plant into the hole. Very cool. There you go, 2 simple methods for moving a seedling into a larger pot. I really hope you found this useful, and thank you to my patrons for supporting the channel. If you've got any questions at all, pop them down in the comments and someone from this amazing community will help you out. Here are a couple of other videos you may enjoy. Thank you for your time and happy growing.